at all. Like I feel good now. And this dude was like so grateful. And I was like, well, damn. Like I didn't even know. I had no clue that it made that much of an impact in his life. But at that very moment, it was worth every second to me. Yep. Because like I didn't know what I was doing, but I just wanted to help. But look, that little inkling of help just helped him out tremendously in his performance. Yep. Like, what is that worth? Like, dude probably went to the NBA. Who knows? I don't know. Or he's probably like a pro athlete or something. Like, who knows? But it's people out there that help us along the ways. Give us guidance on making those little tweaks in our lives. That way, we can be able to apply it to be able to bear fruit from that little tweak. Yep. But a lot of times we have people help us with those little tweaks, and we ain't listening. And we ain't applying what the mentorship or the advice that we're given. So it's like we kind of lead the same lives. We run into the same problems because of not being coachable. Yep. Pretty much.
Better now? Okay.
But Ashe and blessings, family. I love y'all. I gotta finish on some work that I was doing. Love you, baby.
Love you. Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing. Ashe and abundance, family. I'm still give y'all the message for today. So Spirit basically said, have patience. Okay, we need to have patience to study to show ourselves that we are approved, right? And they also said, now that you ask the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance, right? I share an abundance, family. What are you asking the angels for help with? If you knew that you was heavenly supported, what would you ask for? How would you show up? Love you, Trey. They say, love you, Trey.
Love y'all too.
Okay, Ashe. What would you ask help with? I need you to get a piece of paper and I want you to write, I am heavenly supported. The angels is supporting me. What do I need help with? Write it down. I want you to get clear, okay? Go on, hubby. Ashe, okay? I want you to be very clear with what you're asking for. Because there's so many times we ask for things and we're not clear. So if you had an endorser, if you had somebody to come up and endorse you, give you $1 million today, do you have that blueprint with what you was asking for? I was asking for this. I wanted it for this. If you wanted this $1 million, if you want to be a millionaire, what would you spend that $1 million on? A lot of people say, I want to be a millionaire. So fucking bad. Okay, so you want to be a millionaire. What would you spend your first million on? How, period. How would you spend your first million? Is it already delegated out? Do you already know how you're going to retire your mother? Do you already know how you're going to retire your father? Do you already have this life insurance plan for them? Do you already, how are you mapping out this first million? I need you to get very detailed. Very detailed. How you want your house to look? How you want your car to look? How you going to be dressing as a millionaire? How you want people to...
I want to add a small piece because it's something that helped me. I don't want to interrupt.
Ashe?
But I had to ask my father yesterday, how much did he need to retire? Like, I had to envision that, like, what that number looked like. Okay, if I actually gave that to my father, okay, like, how maneuver all these steps. So it was dope to actually ask him that and know that, so I can know what I got to do to make that happen. Yeah. Like, it's not enough to say, okay, I'm gonna take care of this person, this one, and you don't even know what they need to be situated in their retirement, in their last days. Like, how can we make the rest of their life the best of their life? It's like you got to map it out. Once you know, okay, actually put it on paper so you know what you need. Like, because sometimes like $1 million ain't enough for a lot of people. If you just start seeing your family like you're the insurance of your family, $1 million is not enough. Mm-hmm. So it's like a lot of the things that if you are taking care of your elders, like I'm in the journey of doing that, taking care of my grandparents and stuff, because like I said, it's they don't oftentimes they don't get the love that they need. It's like us as millennials or whatever you want to call us, the people in our 20s and 30s or whatever. It's like we're not giving them their due respect, and they did so much for our families growing up. Regardless whether it was good or bad. They had their own lives, but why hold on to everything that we get into ourselves? Like, let's just be serious about like actually mapping this out on how, like she said, how we're gonna get our first $1 million to $2 million to $3 million. Like, do I want to just give him his retirement in lump sum, or do I want to give this to him every year? Do I want to give my mom her retirement in lump sum, or do I want to give it to her every year? $1 million, if I want to give it, every year, that ain't enough. So thinking about those long-lasting wealth plans, that's going to actually bear fruit in that area to be able to take care of our loved ones around us. So we don't have to be, it may take peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Like I said, you can get creative with it, but as long as you focus writing your plan down on a piece of paper and actually strategizing a strategic plan on how you will actually make that happen.
Yeah.
I just wanted to add that because, like I said, it did a lot for me yesterday, knowing what my pops needed just for him to stop working because he works his ass off. And it's like, I know what that looks like. And I'm tired of it. Even, I'm not in his position. Like, it sucks. Like, I know what it does to a relationship. I know what it takes out of a relationship, the love and intimacy, the true quality time. Because you can be in the same building together, but that doesn't mean you're investing into one another. So, like, I know what that does. So just being able to put that back into his life, being able to put that back into my grandparents' life, my mother's life, it's like though that's my focus right now, my elders, to make sure they situated, make sure the rest of their life is the best of their life. Because, I don't know how many years I got, but I know they may be closer to their last days than I am. So I can give a lot of my time to them before I can give time to us. Like we gonna do us regardless. We can make everything work, on the way, but it's important to take care of our elders. So
your why supposed to make you cry?
I share an abundance, y'all.
I share an abundance. Your why. Why you get up in the morning? Why you working so hard? Why you doing the things that you're doing constantly? It's supposed to make you cry, okay? Your dream's not big enough if it's not making you cry. If it's not making you say, how the fuck I'm going to get this done? It's not big enough. We need to get out of our comfort zone, okay? When you're going after something so huge, that means it's not you getting it done. Spirit is getting it done for you. Spirit is using you as that portal, okay? As that portal of life to help you move forward, okay? So, man, when I started talking about my elders, when I started talking about retiring my mama from a job, retiring my grandma, like, it make me cry. Why? Because that's what I'm fighting for. That's my next battle cry. I fight it to get me and my husband free to retire from jobs. But, okay, that's the first goal. Get us situated. Now, it's my family. Freeing my family. What that look like as you freeing your family. Freeing your family from all the turmoil. Freeing your family from all of the bullshit, the drama. They actually have money, okay, to do certain things. 80% of our problems is money. It's money. So if you had the money and knock all that 80% out the way, then you got 20%. And that is the relationships. The relationships you never really had time to invest in. It's sometimes money can't buy that time back. Shit, never. When somebody transitioned over, money can't buy that time back. So you actually having time to invest into that relationship without that money, you had to go do something on the side, miss a couple holidays, birthdays, or whatever. You put your family first doing that because now you have the time to invest in them without worrying about it. Now this not a conscious thought saying, damn, I got to ask my boss, can I take off work to see my grandma on her dying days? No, I would actually spend some time with my grandma every fucking day up until that day. Like, we never think about stuff like that. I didn't never think about stuff like that when I was making 6 figures with Nestle. I worked a job, I made 6 figures, but I never had fucking time for my family. So I was more empty inside. So it's impact over everything for me because when you add value into somebody else like that, same value you added onto them, I think you do it more for yourself too, to add value to you. So you know that what you're doing is purposeful. What you're doing, you can lay your head on the pillow and say, I did a great day. I had a great day today. Whether it was good or bad, you know you gave it your all for something to shift, not just doing it for money. There was so many jobs that I made 6 figures in that I was empty in. But now that I show up every day doing what I do now, it's like I have so much joy in my heart. Saving kids, saving marriages, people tearing up divorce paper, people not committing suicide, right? Reaching countries all around the fucking world. I'm in over 26 countries. That shit I couldn't have did one-on-one just going out saying, hi, I'm divine. No, I couldn't have did that one-on-one. Me showing up every day on live, now my live is and all around the world that I ain't even visited yet. Your gift will make room for you, regardless of what your gift is. Whether you a voice, whether you a ear, whether you a hand, okay? We all got different skills. Whether you like to draw, whether you just like to watch TV, play video games. Hell, a kid made $1 million for playing a video game. Everybody got a different fucking purpose. Step into it. That's all I'm saying. Step into your purpose proudly. Proudly. I don't care if it's making everybody else say, why you want to do this? Why you quitting your job to do this? That's because it's in your heart to do it. Everybody not gifted your dream, your goal, your aspirations. You have that dream implanted in you for a reason. And it's going to burn getting it done. But lean into that burn. It takes tenacity. It takes grit. It takes you to get gritty to go to the next level. You know you're going to the next level when you're getting gritty and saying, I'm showing up regardless of how I feel. I'm showing up regardless of how I feel. Like, there's been plenty of days I wanted to quit. Like, why the fuck am I doing this? I don't know why I'm doing this. But it was because Spirit told me to do it. When you stepping into your purpose, it's going to be plenty of times you're like, damn, I want to quit. I'm not seeing the results I want to see. But Spirit is telling you to do that for a reason so they can bless you. We got infinite possibilities surround us as we cherish the opportunity to create a new world. All right? Create a new world. We creating that new world, that purpose. What purpose are you giving back to the earth? How are you waking up giving purpose and impact back to the earth? We here to add value to the earth. Are you stealing from the earth or are you adding value with everything that you do? That's one question you can ask yourself. Am I stealing from the earth or am I adding value with everything that I do? With everything that I'm doing, am I adding value somewhere? Look at your daily routine. Are you adding value to at least one person? At least one person. Start there. Because that's how I started. With at least one person. I was outside. I saw this lady walking. She was walking over like 3 miles. And I'm like, damn, I just left that Balboa Park. She's still walking. It was cold as hell outside. Cold as hell outside. She had this big, heavy ass bag. I'm like, she's still walking. It's been over 3 miles. Like, where the hell is this lady going? So I stopped her. Excuse me, ma'am. I don't mean to be rude. I don't need to scare you. But where are you going? She was like, I'm trying to get back to my wife. My wife had cancer. I went to a food depository to grab some food because we spent all our money on her medical bills. And the doctor said they don't know how long she's going to live. And I damn near cried. Like, as she shared her story, I was just being curious. I said, I'll take you home. You can get in the car with me. I'll take you home. We stopped to get her something to eat. I'm like, you ain't got to walk in the cold. What you want to eat? Whatever you want to eat, we'll go there. We'll double it up. Whatever you want. You ain't even got to worry about it. You ain't got to worry about paying us gas money, nothing. We just want to help you. That's impact. She cried. She's like, I didn't even know if I was going to make it home tonight. I wanted to commit suicide. She trying to help her dying wife. But wanted to commit suicide because she'd been out all day trying to get food for her because she didn't have the finances to actually go buy her food. We got people around us every day that's on a tick time bomb wanting to give up. But it's up to us to be that light into the world, to give hope to them. I hear a lot of people say they don't have it. I went negative $5. What was that? I had $5. Tipped somebody $5. I went negative $36 last year just to tip that person $5 because I knew he was doing everything. He was the waitress. He was the cook. He was the hostess. He was everything in his fucking restaurant. And I appreciated that. He didn't have the means to hire nobody. He was everything in one. So I know the grit that must take, taking orders, making orders, doing everything, hosting you. You sit in his restaurant, he hosting you. He taking orders. He cooking the food. He did every fucking thing in the restaurant. You deserve a tip. This is beyond the service. And I was so angry that I didn't have it. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going negative to give it to you. Going negative. Like so many times you are pushed to do something different so you can be blessed. That month I made the most I ever made in a month into my business. I made $7,000 that week. I was just negative $36. I didn't know how that money was coming to me. I wasn't even thinking about it. I just wanted to give impact to somebody else. Spirit make room for you when you making room for Spirit to bless you. How are you making room for these blessings in your life? It's something that they told you to do and you keep nudging it off. No, I don't want to do that right now. You got somebody in church that you see every fucking Sunday that you know struggling, that you want to help them, but your pride is in the way saying, nah, that's their life. Spirit is putting it on your heart to bless them without worrying about how you're going to get it back. It's so many times there's certain things placed on our heart to do. Just like when we went to the grocery store. We paid for a man groceries and a woman groceries. The one in front of us and the one behind us. They was older. You could tell they didn't really have the money because they was putting stuff back. Like, nah, it's okay. I don't want that. You can take this off. Nah, you can keep everything you have, sweetie. I pay for it. I got you. You ain't got to run back to the car. No, I got you. It just feels so good to bless somebody without thinking of getting nothing in return. Are you blessable? Are you making room in your life to be a blessing to others? To be abundance to others? To whom much is given, much is required. So are you stepping in your impact and your purpose, ready to be a blessing for somebody else's life? They test us daily. How you showing up daily? You might not have $1 million to give to everybody, but you got something to give. Whether it's a voice, whether it's hello, how you doing? Hey, ma'am, how you doing? How many times we didn't say hello to someone, or somebody didn't say hello to you, and you didn't even stop to say hello back? You just waved. Somebody was trying to connect with you, and you just waved. Your busy day, you just waved. You never knew if that person was trying to invest into you. You've been asking for this miracle to happen in your life. Spirit sent that miracle to you, and you just ignored it. You just said, hey, how you doing? Move. Kept moving. You didn't even care about their response. I'm consciously aware of that now. When somebody's saying hey to me, I stop. Hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? My name is Divine. I'm from such and such. Why? Because I never know why Spirit just sent this person into my life. It could be something for you, or it could be something for them. You don't know until you make room and time for that. How many times have we been rushing for work? Rushing for work. You rushing your day. It's been people trying to talk to you, and you're like, hey, I gotta get to this. I'm late. Hey, how you doing? I'm late. Whose fault is it that you late? It's your fault. But Spirit still tried to bless you, and you was late, and you overlooked that. But you keep asking for miracles. They keep sending miracles your way, but you overlooking it because all you focus on is you. It's selfish. We are naturally selfish. All we focus on is ourselves. You want to go to the grocery store just to get your stuff so you can get the hell up out of that. You didn't want to talk to nobody. But Spirit is trying to bless you in that grocery store. Spirit was trying to bless you at the gym. Spirit be trying to bless you when you're going out and about doing your daily due diligence, walking, whatever. You just got a walking buddy because you went out showing up for yourself to work out. They always trying to bless us. Are you ignoring the signs, or are you aware of the signs? It's time for us to be more consciously aware when somebody is being sent to us. A lady stopped me at the gas station when we were stopping in Missouri, and she barely speak English. Okay, she barely speak English. Luckily, I'm learning Mandarin now, but I don't know Mandarin like that. Like, it's like certain things I could just understand, but I don't know how to speak it back. So she talking to me. She said she hungry and they had no gas money, and they was in a brand new Mercedes. So I'm like, okay, do you want something to eat or do you want some gas money? You can get either or. I can help you with either or. You want gas money? I can help pay for your gas. You want something to eat? I can help feed both of y'all in the car. What you need? She like, you don't have the cash? I said, no. All I have is my card. So I can use my card to either pay for you some gas, or I can use my card to either pay for you something to eat. Which one most important to you right now? She said, fuck it. You can just give us some food. All right. She started off with 5 burgers. Went into the gas station, picked up 5 burgers. And I said, you want something to drink with that? And she like, yeah. Took her 10 minutes to come back. She had about 3 bags worth of groceries, okay? She got something to drink. She grabbed something to snack on for later. She like, fuck it. I might as well utilize this while I got it. And she just grabbed everything that she could. And I'm like, that's fine. You can get that. I'm like, where the hell this lady go? Okay, 10 minutes later, okay? She came to the counter with an arm full of shit, okay? Like, fuck it, she ain't gonna give me no money. I might as well eat on her all day, okay? But I didn't mind it, okay? I didn't mind it. So it's times where we could be blessable to others and not even worry about it, okay? Like, that's not something consciously you're thinking of. Like, damn, I told you I wanted to buy you just one meal, okay? Not the meal for the week. You didn't mind it, okay? That's because it's coming from a place abundantly from your heart, regardless of the items that they picking to eat. I realize sometimes we be so hard on ourselves that we hard on others. Everybody learning at a different pace. We all pick up on things at a different pace. We learn differently. So give yourself grace. The same grace you're giving yourself to learn, to improve, to grow, is the same grace you must give others. I was selfish in that area. I felt like people were supposed to fucking get it, okay? Change, bitch. Nah. Spirit's like, have you changed? It's still this one area you've been struggling with for the last 2 years. So the same expectation you give it to other people is the same expectation you must hold yourself accountable for. And that hurt. It checked the fuck out of me. Like, damn, okay, I'm gonna get better, Spirit. I'm gonna work in this area, okay? Until I get this down, I ain't gonna say shit, okay? So it's areas that we can all improve in. Give yourself grace and give other people the same grace, because we all learning on a different time. We all learning in a different area of life. We all on a different path. Give yourself grace and give other people grace as well as they're learning, whether it's your elder or someone under you. I just got to heal my 6-year-old self. Why this man just asked me for some change? I gave it to him, and he said he gonna get some coffee. See, okay, that is so dope. Like he just wanted enough to go get his coffee, and you just gave him more than enough. There was a guy asked me for 1 quarter. He like, ma'am, you got a quarter? I gave him $1. I'm like, I ain't got no change, but here go $1. Like, it's so it's so crazy how all we have on us, we give what we have, and it be more than enough. That's why I love giving it back to homeless. I love giving it back to people in the street, listening to their story, because you never know how they felt on hard times. There was one guy, I fed him at In and Out. I hate In and Out. Okay, In and Out is so nasty to me. But we fed him at In and Out, and we saw him first in front of Target. I saw him first in front of Target with his wife, and his wife was so tiny and little. I found out she had cancer. She had stage 4 cancer. And California wasn't giving them medication because they didn't have the insurance for it. I had to say, huh? What you say? He owed in some other race until okay, you had to stop. So they had to stop to get your attention for you to help him. Look at that. If you was in a rush and one trying to hit that shit, you was like, nah, I ain't got time for this. Take off, okay? But you never know if that was an earth angel testing you to see if you're ready to go to this next level for your blessing, all right? That one give back to change that person's life, impact that person's life, can be that one seed spirit needed from you to bless you abundantly. Now you don't know how this next blessing is coming to your life, but you just made room for it. All right. I went into Target. Target has hell for groceries. Okay. I said, I'm not giving you no money for just one meal. I'm like, come in Target and I'm gonna get you the meal for the week. You can get you some bread, some sandwiches, whatever you want. He wanted Nutella, everything else. Okay. I had him pack up on his groceries. I'm like, look, now y'all got food for the whole week. I don't know how y'all gonna get past this. And he saw me 6 months later. 6 months later, he saw me and he said, thank you. I got a job now. Thank you for what you did for us. I got a job now. It felt so good in my spirit because you didn't know you feed him, not having him worry about what I'm going to eat today. Now he can actually go apply himself to get a job to help his family. He said, thank you for what you did. I'll never forget you. And I got a job today. Like my spirit was so full. He was just homeless with nothing to eat, can't do nothing. All his stuff kept on getting stolen from him. He said every time I tried to go get a job, my shit outside could come up missing. So it hurt when somebody is trying to do right and get their life transformed, but as they doing it, they lose everything and they already ain't got much. A seed that you planted helped them get on their feet to actually go after what they desire. So dope. So your impact matter. All right, your impact matter. Whether it's one seed you planted daily, it matters because it will grow. Your one seed that you planted will grow. I share blessings, Hunty. I want y'all to put in the comments when have you invested in someone and how did it make you feel? One time. Share one time. Whether you share with a homeless guy, whether you share with somebody at the gym, whether you bought somebody your lunch, your best friend lunch. When have you shared with somebody and how did it make you feel? Whether you shared your food at work, okay, it was time I split my sandwich with somebody. I'm like, I ain't got no money. I got my lunch. I can share my lunch with you, okay? I remember all areas. So when in your life did you share something with somebody and it impacted you and them? Share it. Put it in the comments. I want to know. Because we at Impact Daily. You just came across my mind. I had to tell you that I'm speaking more and I feel damn good. I have to thank you. My pleasure, Hunty. So I just got a text message from Charlene B, right? She just said, I love you, Hunty. I said, I love you too, Hunty. I love you abundantly. She said, you just came across my mind and I had to tell you that I'm speaking more and I feel damn good. I just had to thank you. I sent her a healing candle in the healing box. Um, and I said, my pleasure, Hunty. I love you abundantly and I appreciate you so much, okay? Like, certain things Spirit tell me to do, I do it. Okay, it's not for the money for me. It's the impact over everything because you never know the season that somebody is in. I am vested in my best friend's mom yesterday. They were giving away fresh greens over here, and I got her a big old bag full, and she was glad and appreciative. Okay, and it felt good, right? I meant to say invested. I know food. A few days ago made me feel feeling blessed. Okay, share what happened. How it make you feel blessed, Marquita? What happened? What you do? What happened? That's so dope. To think about the elder and bring her some greens and it transform her life. Same thing that happened with my mom. Um, she knew my auntie was blind, and she knew that my auntie didn't have a lot of people going over there to feed her every day. So my mama went to the grocery store and she bought $300 worth of groceries and took it over to my auntie's house and put it in the refrigerator for her. And she had finger foods where she can just go in there and grab her some finger foods and show her how to work the microwave to actually warm it up to cook it. Because my auntie didn't have no sight. So my mama wanted to give her some food and actually make it easier for my auntie to feed herself. So it's just so dope when you watch other people transform people's life. It makes you want to be a part of that movement. Yes, it felt good. And I always was told when you bless somebody, God will bless a few more. Okay? That is so true. That is so true. Okay? When you bless one person, you make room for God to bless you abundantly in that person. Okay? You just created room, tension to grow in an area. All right? Um, there was one lady, one of my mom's friends, and she was worried about like being a blessing, constant sharing when she didn't have it. And I gave her a story. She was low on rent, but by a lot. So I helped with a few bucks. She cried, made me feel like I did a big part of someone's happiness. Yes, okay, that is so dope. Okay, um, it's crazy. I was just about to share that story. So this lady was walking past a homeless guy with her husband, and her husband was getting into it. They was about to go through a divorce. She was late on her rent by 2.5 months, and all she had was rent to cover 1 month. Okay, and then she saw a little boy outside, like 18 years old, homeless. So instead of paying her rent, she gave the little boy her rent money, and she told him, "Don't worry about it." She gave him the rent money, and she said, "You're gonna do better." There you are, Hunty Ashe. She said, "You're gonna do better." Well, fast forward 10 years, okay? Fast forward 10 years. She did that investment, gave him the money, and just left. Told him her name and everything. 10 years later, she was filing for divorce with her husband, didn't have no money to move, was getting kicked out of her house. Somebody had just bought her house, okay? You know how somebody pay the taxes on your house because you're behind? Somebody had just bought her house. So she was getting kicked out by the sheriff, and the sheriff was serving her papers. Lord and behold, the person that was on her front doorstep was the person she invested in 10 years ago. He said, "I've been looking at you. I noticed this house was on the market. I wanted to pay for it for you because you gave me the money so I can invest into my career, and I'm doing successful in real estate." So she planted a seed with her rent money. Her rent money. Didn't have it. She was already behind. 10 years later, that seed that she planted helped this man become successful. And he thought about her. And he paid off her house that she was losing. Ain't that a blessing? So you never know how your blessing somebody can transform your life in the future too. You did that in the past, but 10 years later, it's still working in your favor. Use this. Impact over everything. Don't lose your character and integrity for some money. For some money. Some paper money. Okay? Show up every day. Add value. Well, I would have lost my mind in tears. Okay? So you never know what your seed, your one seed that you planting for impact into somebody's life will do to that person. We are walking manifestations every single day. So how are you using your life, your ashe, to bless somebody for that to come back to you? Don't do it selfishly because you know you're gonna get a blessing. Do it abundantly from your heart. It's not authentic if you always use that over somebody's head. I did this for you. That's not authentic. Do it without worrying about getting nothing in return. When I give without worrying about getting my shit back, without worrying about getting something in return. It's abundantly from my heart. I paid my cousin rent this month, in April. In April, my cousin did my hair. I was just going over there to get my hair done. She charged me $40. $40 to give me some twisties in my head. I gave her 150. Look, she only charged me 40, but I gave her 150. Then I left that night, and she was like, "I'm tired of walking over dead bodies. I want to move. Me and my kids. I need to get me and my kids out of here. I just moved out of a shelter." That's what she shared with me. I just moved out of a shelter, and I only had my younger, she got 5 kids. She said, I only had my younger 2 kids with me. The other 3 was with their dad. But now all of them I have custody of. Now all of them live with me. So as I was listening to that story, I'm like, she want to move. Okay. Now, to my hungry ass family, like, she got 5 kids. She got a stimulus. Why the fuck would you help her? I wasn't worried about what she got. I wasn't worried about what's coming in. I was worried about the fact that she is trying and she just moved out of a fucking shelter because of an abusive relationship and she just want to do better for her and her kids. Later that night, I came over there with $2,000 and I said, here you go. I'm paying your first and last month rent. Enjoy your new house. So I gave her room to stretch, to grow, to actually move out of that environment. So you never know the seeds that you plant to help somebody become successful. Now she got her own company that she running outside of her house, got her own shea butter, every fucking thing. You never know the seeds that you plant into somebody's house to give them hope to push forward. Because she could have committed suicide. She could have committed suicide. She was in foster care. Like, there's so many things that can make somebody snap and stop trying. So many things. You never know what would be that barrier, that breaking point that somebody give up. I just wanted to add value to her. Let you know, because I love you. I'm so proud of you for keep going. Here you go. Move. Now she's somewhere that she feels a lot safer. Her kids can actually play outside, and it's a new place. It's not in a cracker together. Like, you never know the value that you can add to somebody's life. My other cousin lost her mother last year in May. Lost the only person that really took care of her. I come back to Chicago. She she totaled her car. Didn't have no rent money. Couldn't pay her rent. Nothing. Like, okay, cuz, I'm gonna help you take your test. I'm gonna take you up there to take your test to get a job, and I'm gonna pay your first month rent. I'm gonna buy you a car. It was placed on my heart to do so, so I did it. This is just to aid you. I'm not about to cripple you, but this is to aid you and transform your life so that you can be an adult for yourself, not depend on your mother because your mother is no longer here. Like, you never know the seeds that you planted into somebody's life when they want to commit suicide. My cousin called me saying she wanted to kill herself. I want to kill myself. I'm tired. This is too much. This is too much. Ain't nobody help me. My mama died. Ain't nobody give me nothing. I'm not saying that somebody's supposed to, but it's okay. It's okay not to be okay. But thank you for sharing that with me. Let's transform that. You never know how you can add value into somebody's life, to impact their life, to want better, to change. Sometimes our environment, we see the same shit every day, and we don't see no areas where we can change. You can always change. You can always get out of that fucked up situation, that fucked up mindset. I wanted to commit suicide 7 times. 7. You would have thought I learned the first time. No. 7 times. I learned after the 7th time. So sometimes it takes longer for people to catch on to transform, but it's okay. Keep planting those seeds. Keep being great, showing up as you are. Being authentically you. That's me. That's my character. I love impacting somebody's life. I love helping people. Helping people for me never get old. Never get old. You know why? Because somebody believed in me when I wanted to kill myself. Somebody loved on me when I didn't love on myself. When I couldn't love on myself. So I gotta pay that forward. I can never pay my mentor back from waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, investing into me. I can never pay her back for her time. And she invested into me for 3 years straight. I can never pay her back. All I can do is pay it forward. Loving on other people, transforming other people's life, doing what she instilled in me to impact people's life at whatever stage you are. Always be of service. Whew. So I hope y'all took a lot of value out of today's session with my husband sharing, with me sharing, with the angels being here sharing their message for today. I hope y'all took a lot of value out of it. As long as you're living above ground, you can provide a service of impact. You can impact somebody's life, whether it's family, friends, stranger. You can impact somebody's life with what you have today. Not what you're trying to get in the future, what you have today. Whether that's showing up, talking to somebody, making a friend, helping somebody, buying them coffee, right? We can all show up and impact at least one person's life every day. At least one. I love you. I hope y'all have a phenomenal kick-ass day today. Blessings.